Here we are, following the Cleveland Freeze's tough defeat to the Detroit Wild 7. We're with one of the owners, Scott Snider. Scott, this was the last game of the season. Hard to believe. It went by so fast.
I know.
How have you progressed or as an owner, or how has your work changed as the game has gone on?
From a game day operation, so my major role is operations of the game of game days, and you learn every kind of time you host one of these things. So from that, it's really evolved and morphed. Like today, you saw our halftime today. We had 3 things going. So we had kids playing soccer on 1/3. We had a frisbee toss going on the other, and we had a live entertainment in the middle of the field. So you kind of learn and grow every time.
How pleased are you with the way this whole season has gone? Has it been above or below your expectations?
I think it's right on expectations. We thought that we would be like a 12-4 or 11-5 type team, so we're kind of right in that and what we wanted to do from that success standpoint. What we didn't realize that our record was going to be that 12-4 goal of a record would actually take us to the playoffs. So it was a pleasant surprise to be clinching a playoff spot. We still have a chance to go to the next level. So.
Well, we're all excited for the playoffs. We really are. And how far do you think we can realistically go in the playoffs?
I think we can go all the way to Chicago to the Ron Newman Cup, which is the PASL's finals tournament. So I think we can be a Final Four team. I think we just need to tweak a couple of things and really play our game. Like we came out and went to a 3-0. We were trailing 3-0. And like that early on, that can't happen. So we just need to, I think, tweak. I think we match up well with Detroit, so it's always a very competitive, close game like it was today. So I think we just need to tweak those things. I think it's going to be a tough game to play that team now at home, their home in Detroit. So we just got to get past there, but I think it's doable. I think we can get to the finals tournament for sure.
Obviously, we're in the playoffs. We have a big cup game next week in Chicago against unbeaten. They're up 11-3, so they're not going to bottle that. But how do you think this team can get past Chicago?
I mean, we'd have to. We don't match up with them too well. But I think if you saw our last Chicago regular season game, is that we outscored them in the second half 9-7. So the adjustments that we made at halftime, which was on the defensive side, sitting back and playing more of a zone, but up top when they're on their side, really pressuring their goalie. I think every time when I was at that game, and the changes that they made where we actually put a lot of pressure on their third and their defensive third, that their goalie was actually kicking the ball out of bounds, so it really set us up to be to be in good position. But I think that's a challenge we've been facing. We've lost to them both times. We've seen them, and I think it's certainly going to be a very tough game. But, I mean, another pleasant surprise that talking about success of the season, that we're in the semifinals of the U.S. Open Cup of Arena Soccer. Can't really complain about that.
Yeah, it's awesome. It really is to be in 2 extra or an extra competition.
Yeah.
So it's always good to put in some good silverware. So let me ask you one more question.
Sure.
We know you're a huge NASCAR fan.
Yeah.
We like it too. So who do you think is going to win the next race? I believe it's the Daytona 500.
Yeah, the Daytona 500. I've actually been to the race a couple times. I am a big auto racing fan as well. If it's not soccer, it's auto racing. I would have to go.
Thanks, guys.
You got it. Maybe the Dale that's really more of a hunch is Dale Earnhardt Jr. That's what I'm going to go with. So.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good. I'm going to go with Jeff Gordon to win.
Jeff Gordon. Interesting. All right, we'll see. We'll see next, what is it, Sunday, right?
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday it is. We'll see next Sunday what that is, and we'll talk about it on March 1st. We'll see
Absolutely.
All right?
Absolutely.